welcome to Kana Radio News at 6. I am Deliverance Ashebi. In our news headlines, the South Dayi Member of Parliament, Roxanne Nelson Dapamakpo, says Attorney General's comments embarrassing the judiciary. In the Ashanti region, where a girl dies on her birthday after falling into a septic tank. Now, the stories in detail. The Member of Parliament for South Dayi, Roxanne Nelson Dapamakpo, has sailed the public comments by the Attorney General Godfrey Dame are distressing the judiciary and subjecting to public bashing. He was reacting to the AG's recent directive to the Supreme Court not to hear frivolous cases and dismiss them in chambers. In a tweet today, Mr. Dapamakpo said it was a judicial prerequisite to hear all cases. According to him, Godfrey Dame was creating the impression that the Supreme Court does not hear cases it deems frivolous. The judiciary has recently come under public criticism after the Chief Justice, Kwesi Anini-Yeboah, urged judges to call the cases of senior lawyers first, a practice that has been an age-long tradition. Many question the rationale behind it, although the Chief Justice had indicated that the practice ensured that young lawyers meet senior lawyers and learn from them when ordinarily they would not see them. The Attorney General has also asked the Chief Justice to punish lawyers who denigrate the court on social media when verdicts do not go into their favor.
Dapamakpo has said the public comments by the Attorney General Godfrey Dame are distressing the judiciary and subjecting to public bashing. He was reacting to the AG's recent directive to the Supreme Court not to hear frivolous cases and dismiss them in chambers. In a tweet today, Mr. Dapamakpo said it was a judicial prerequisite to hear all cases. According to him, Godfrey Dame was creating the impression that the Supreme Court does not hear cases it deemed frivolous. The judiciary has recently come under public criticism after the Chief Justice Kwesi Anini-Yeboah urged judges to call the cases of senior lawyers first, a practice that has been an age-long tradition. Many question the rationale behind it, although the Chief Justice had indicated that the practice ensured that young lawyers meet senior lawyers and learn from them when ordinarily they would not see them.
In other news, where a girl dies on her birthday after falling into a septic tank. A 4-year-old girl fell into a septic tank and died at Ejisu in the Ashanti region on her birthday on Thursday. The body of Echia Obin has been retrieved from the septic tank, popularly known as manhole, on Thursday, April 21st, 2022. After 4 hours of searching for the girl by her family and neighbors, a search party found the body floating in the septic tank, which was partly covered with wood. 3 square openings on top of the septic tank had been covered with wire boards. Some of them were found broken, and when the search party looked through the opening, the body was found. The uncle, who spoke on Kumasi Bay Silver FM, says his nephew celebrated her birthday yesterday, that is April 21st, 2022. He said the saddest and unfortunate thing is she died on the same day at about 10 o'clock a.m.
3 hours ago, a 5-year-old girl fell into a septic tank and died at Ejisu in the Ashanti region on her birthday on Thursday. The body of Akia Obeng has since been retrieved from the septic tank, popularly known as manhole, on Thursday, April 21, 2022. After 4 hours of searching for the girl by her family and neighbors, a search party found the body floating in the septic tank, which was partly covered with wood. 3 square openings on the top of the septic tank had been covered with wah-wah boards. Some of them were found broken, and when the search party looked through that opening, the body was found. It is suspected that the little girl was playing around the septic tank when she accidentally stepped on the wooden board and it gave way. According to the uncle of the deceased, Yakatoa, who spoke on a Kumasi-based Silver FM, his nephew celebrated her birthday yesterday, April 21, 2022. He said the saddest and unfortunate thing is she died on the same day at about 10 a.m. Narrating how the incident occurred, the uncle revealed that the young girl together with her elder brother were playing around the wretched septic. According to him, they went and stood on the weak wooden slabs on the manhole when the side of the wood in which the deceased stood broke, leading to her falling into the pit. By the time we reached there,
in other news, in politics, what makes you or break you is how you deal with disappointment. Gabi Ocha on Okoboy's appointment. Lawyer and steward of the New Patriotic Party (NPP) has praised the former member of parliament of the Elijoku constituency, Dr. Okoye, for his hard work and loyalty with the party, which has earned his new role as Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority. In a tweet on April 21st about Dr. Okoye's appointment, he said all party loyalists who with tears feel they are not being recognized. It must be recognized that in politics, what makes or break you is how you deal with disappointment. He praised Dr. Okoye for staying loyal to the party after he lost his seat in the 2020 general election to the opposition National Democratic Congress (NDC). President Akufo-Addo on April 21st announced the appointment of Dr. Bernard Okoye as the Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority. The appointment will take effect on May 3rd, 2022.
Lawyer and stalwart of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, has praised the former Member of Parliament for Elide-Zokoko constituency, Dr. Okoboye, for his hard work and loyalty with the party, which has earned him his new role as the Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority, NHIA. In a tweet on April 21 about Drive Okoboye's appointment, he said for all party loyalists who with tears feel they are not being recognized, it must be recognized that in politics what makes or breaks you is how you deal with disappointments. His praised Dr. Okoboye for staying loyal to the party after he lost his seat in the 2020 general election to the opposition NDC. President Akufo-Addo on April 21 announced the appointment of Dr. Bernard Okoboye as the Chief Executive Officer, CEO.
In other news, Mr. Anthony Condobry, Hawhey constituency chairman of the ruling New Patriotic Party (NPP), says the party's win of 2020 parliamentary seat has motivated him to seek re-election. Mr. Anthony, speaking to the Ghana News Agency after submitting his nomination form at the party's office, disclosed that his constituency organizer also became the municipal chief executive, that is the MC of Hawhey. He said there was the need for the three pillars of the party structure, that's the constituency chairman, the member of parliament, and the MC to work in tandem for the development of the constituency and welfare of party patriots. Mr. Anthony noted that the seed that was like a tree planted, which needed to be nurtured to bear fruits for the benefit of the people and the nation.
Chairman of the ruling New Patriotic Party, NPP, says the party's win of 2020 parliamentary seat has motivated him to seek re-election. He said winning the seat for the first time in almost 3 decades under his stewardship showed that he deserved another term. Mr. Condobry, speaking to the Ghana News Agency, GNA, after submitting his nomination forms at the party office, disclosed that his constituency organizer also became the municipal chief executive, MCE, of Hawhey. He said there was the need for the three pillars of the party structure, thus the constituency chairman, the member of parliament and the MCE, to work in tandem for the development of the constituency and welfare of party patriots. Mr. Condobry noted that the seat that was won was like a tree planted which needed to be nurtured to bear fruits for the benefit of the party and the nation. He said he also filed to contest the position because he did just the first 4-year term and felt that the party was doing so much for the constituency and keeping faith with the grassroots. Mr. Condobry noted that the grassroots felt marginalized in the run to the 2020 general elections, which was not a deliberate action but a strategy to bring on board other party members and people to help the party win the seat and not aimed at neglecting the grassroots. He urged them to exercise patience since the party was still looking for how their requests and demands do not be in vain. Mr. Condobry said he would work closely with the party structures to harness the gains of the party to benefit all members. He gave the assurance that there would be at least one opportunity at every polling station for patriots to realize that he had come to do something for the party. Mr. Condobry said he would ensure that the grassroots were united before he is retained to become formidable for the party's plans of breaking the 8. He said he would build a new office complex which would be his historic monument to leave behind for the party as a result of winning the parliamentary seat. Mr. Condobry said the land was already acquired with.
Coming up with entertainment news.
Welcome to the entertainment segment. Our headlines. Ekwapimpolo make a bold confession. Ifeodor should be arrested for showing boobs in public. It's a criminal defense. Lawyer Maurice Ampon. Shatawale gifted Ekwapimpolo fresh iPhone 13. The stories in detail. Controversial actress, musician, and entrepreneur Ekwapimpolo has confessed to borrowing a car for fame during a recent interview with Dolores Frimpong-Manso on the Delay Show. Ekwapimpolo is often seen during a Hyundai Civic with a customized plate number on it. Whilst people thought she had finally made enough money to buy a car, she disclosed in the interview that the car wasn't hers. According to Ekwapimpolo, she borrowed the car from a friend of hers and customized it because she was tired of using commercial vehicles. Moving away from that story, celebrity Ghanaian lawyer Maurice Ampon has reportedly called for the arrest of Ifeodor for publicly giving the general public a free show when she stepped out recently to Kwesi Arthur's album listening section. Kwesi therefore held an album listening section on Thursday, April 22nd, 2022 at the One Airport Square in Accra, where the number of celebs came in to support him, including Ifeodor, who floated her boobs in a see-through dress. Moving into our last story, dancehall artist Shatawale has gifted actress and social lead Ekwapimpolo a brand new iPhone 13. The artist, who is well known for his benevolent way, has over a period lavished the actress with several gifts. Ekwapimpolo, upon receiving the phone, showered praises on Shatawale, calling him her legend and daddy.
Very surprised and you are surprised. iPhone. iPhone 13 Pro Max. iPhone 13 Pro Max. Boss, are you sure? Okay.
And that will be end of today's news at 6. But then a recap of our top stories. The Member of Parliament for South Dai, Roxy Wilson, the Apamakwasi's Attorney General's comments and embarrassing the judiciary. And in the Ashanti region, where a girl dies on her birthday after falling into a septic tank. I am Deliverance Ashebi.
Inu Sarahina too.
Have a good evening. You can follow us on Facebook at Scanner Radio and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Scanner TV.